one of the biggest hazards of crowdfunding and the way that the world has changed since the laws changed, allowing investors, let's call it retail investors, high net worth, nevertheless, retail investors to invest in real estate, is lack of experience. My personal view, Spencer, I think that there are some tremendous hazards, actually, being completely open book about it. With crowdfunding, the biggest one is that the danger of a downturn, until you actually go through one, you simply cannot understand how actually risky it is. Right? Unlike a stock, where you can invest in a stock, if it goes down, chances are if it doesn't come back, if you've got legs, you can. But real estate, you can be wiped out. If you get it wrong, you can be wiped out. So what lessons have you applied to what you do today based on what you saw during the 90s when you were growing up and saw these big waves? How have you adapted that to the world that you live in today?
So what I applied in our own business for every deal that we looked at, purely when we were starting as LPs, as passive investors, before we even started doing any kind of equity capital raising or co-sponsoring in the syndication world, I put together a 5-part framework for vetting sponsors or operators in real estate deals, which was you look at their track record, you look at their team. I'm using my finger gestures. The podcast listeners are missing out. So number 1, track record. Number 2, team. Number 3, approach. You're looking at number 4, comms or communications. And number 5, as corny as this might sound to some of the heavy quants that are out there, I look at values. I'm always happy to go into detail as to how you actually test for that. But the framework for each of those buckets has like 6 to 7 different specific questions that will help me evaluate if I'm getting to know a sponsor. Are they going to be capable of navigating headwinds, volatility, dips in the market, all those wonderful things. So frameworking is the key. And it just depends on, are you learning from that over time? Are you applying it consistently? Are you adhering to those principles? All that good stuff.